Most of you guys watching this right now probably dream of living a wealthy, stress-free life. You know, the kind where you can travel the world, buy what you want, and not have to worry about your bank account every second of the day. But here's the harsh truth. Only a small percentage of people actually get there. Why? It all comes down to one crucial thing, a financial plan. Without it, every paycheck feels like it's vanishing into thin air, leaving you with empty pockets and a whole lot of stress. Think about it. What's the point of working so hard if you're not intentional about where your money is going? It's like driving without a destination. You might enjoy the ride for a bit, but eventually you'll end up lost and frustrated. But what if I told you that just 5 years from now, you could be living that dream life you've always envisioned? Imagine waking up without the dread of debt, having a bank account that grows while you sleep, and having the freedom to pursue your passions without constantly checking your budget. That's the power of having a solid financial plan. It's not some magic trick. It's about making smart choices today to secure your future tomorrow, and in the next 9 minutes I'm going to break down a simple, step-by-step blueprint to create a financial plan that can completely transform your finances in the next 5 years. This isn't for those of you who are okay with just getting by. This is for those of you who are ready to take control, build real wealth, and design the life you deserve. Stay tuned, because the final step is where the real magic happens. Let's do this. Alright, let's dive right into the first step, and that's setting clear, specific financial goals. Imagine jumping in your car and just driving without a destination in mind. Sounds a little ridiculous, right? Well, that's exactly what most people do with their money, and it's a recipe for financial disaster. You wouldn't start a road trip without knowing where you're going, so why treat your finances any differently? So, here's what I want you to do. Grab a pen and paper or open up the Notes app on your phone and write down 3 specific financial goals that you want to achieve in the next 5 years. And listen closely, I said specific. Don't just write down, "I want to save more money." That's way too vague. How much money do you want to save? What are you saving for? Be as detailed as possible. Instead, get super clear and write something like, "I want to save $50,000 for a down payment on a 2-bedroom house in Austin, Texas," or "I want to completely pay off $20,000 in student loan debt within the next 3 years." The more specific you are, the more real it becomes. It's like taking that abstract dream and turning it into a tangible target. And there's a reason why this is the very first step. When you write down your goals, you're not just putting words on paper, you're making a commitment to yourself. You're declaring your intentions to the universe. And trust me, the universe has a way of listening. But more importantly, having clear goals gives you direction. It gives you a reason to say no to that impulse purchase or that weekend trip that blows your budget, because now you know what you're working towards. And every dollar you save gets you one step closer to making that dream a reality. This is about playing the long game, people. It's about making strategic decisions today that will benefit you tomorrow. Remember, clarity fuels motivation, and motivation fuels action. When you know exactly what you want, you're more likely to take the steps needed to get there. So get those goals down on paper and let's move on to the next step. Your financial future is waiting. Now for step number 2, and yes, you probably saw this one coming, creating a budget. Now before you click away and think, "Not this again, Graham, budgeting is boring," hear me out. Because I'm not talking about some restrictive, life-draining budget that makes you feel like you can't enjoy the little things. I'm talking about a budget that works for you, a budget that gives you financial freedom, not chains. Think of your budget as your own personal blueprint for success. It tells your money exactly where to go instead of you wondering where it went at the end of the month. And when you're in control of your money, you're in control of your life. You can make decisions without the stress of financial uncertainty hanging over you. Now, you've probably heard of the 50/30/20 rule, and honestly, it's a great place to start. Allocate 50% of your after-tax income to your needs like rent or mortgage payments, groceries, utilities, and transportation. Then, 30% goes towards your wants, which includes things like dining out, entertainment, hobbies, and that new pair of shoes you've been eyeing. And finally, the remaining 20% is dedicated to your future, specifically savings and debt repayment. This is where you pay yourself first. It's crucial to prioritize your future financial health. That's right. Before you even think about spending on anything else, you're going to set aside that 20% for your financial goals. And here's a pro tip. Automate your savings. This way, you won't even have to think about it. Seriously, this is one of the best things you can do for your finances. It removes the temptation to spend that money elsewhere. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account every time you get paid. It's like magic. You literally watch your money grow without even lifting a finger. Over time, you'll be amazed at how much you've saved. But let's be real, budgeting isn't always the most exciting thing in the world. It can feel tedious and monotonous, so here's a little trick I like to use. Give every dollar a job. This makes budgeting more interactive and purposeful. Think of it like this. Your dollars are going through boot camp. They're being trained to work hard for you. They're either working hard for you, growing your wealth, or they're going AWOL, getting spent on things that don't really matter in the long run. Because let's be honest, that daily latte isn't going to help you retire early unless you plan on owning Starbucks one day. So make every dollar count. Chapter 3. Step 3. Invest like a boss and watch your money grow. Okay, now it's time for the fun part, investing. This is where you put your money to work and let it do the heavy lifting for you. It's like having a team of little financial soldiers working tirelessly to grow your wealth. If you're in your 20s or even early 30s, congratulations, you've got time on your side, which is the biggest advantage when it comes to investing. The earlier you start, the more you can benefit from the magic of compounding. Why? 2 words. Compound interest. It's the secret sauce that can turn modest savings into a substantial nest egg over time. Compound interest is like planting a money tree. The earlier you plant that seed, the more time it has to grow into a massive, wealth-generating oak tree. It's all about giving your investments the time they need to flourish. But here's the thing, you don't need to be a Wall Street whiz to start investing. You just need to take that first step and keep learning as you go. In fact, it's much simpler than you think. A great place to start is with index funds and ETFs or exchange-traded funds. These tools make it easy for beginners to get started. These are like baskets of stocks that track a specific market index like the S&P 500. They offer a simple way to invest in a broad range of companies. They're diversified, meaning your money is spread across hundreds of different companies, which reduces your risk. Diversification is key to a balanced investment strategy. And the best part? They're incredibly low cost, so you can keep more of your hard-earned money working for you. Low fees mean more of your returns stay in your pocket. Another great option, especially if you're just starting out, is to open a Roth IRA. It's a fantastic way to save for retirement with tax advantages. This is a retirement account that lets your investments grow tax-free. Over the years, this can make a huge difference in your retirement savings. That means when you retire, you won't have to pay any taxes on the money you withdraw. Pretty sweet deal, right? It's like having a tax-free income stream in your golden years. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Graham, this all sounds great, but I have no idea where to even begin. Don't worry, you're not alone. Trust me, I get it. Investing can feel intimidating at first, but there are so many resources available to help you. From online courses to community workshops, there's plenty of support. There are tons of online platforms that make investing easy and accessible, even if you're starting with just a small amount of money. You can start small and grow your investments over time. And if you're still feeling lost, don't be afraid to seek help from a financial advisor. They can provide personalized guidance to help you reach your financial goals. Just make sure to do your research and find a fiduciary, which means they're legally obligated to act in your best interest. This ensures you get advice that's best for you. Remember, the goal here isn't to get rich quick, it's to build lasting wealth over time. Patience and consistency are your best friends in the world of investing, and the sooner you start, the better off you'll be. Time is your greatest ally, so don't wait to get started. But listen up, because even with a solid budget and a killer investment strategy, there's one final step that can make or break your entire financial plan. It's crucial to stay disciplined and stick to your plan. Are you ready to find out what it is? Stay tuned, because this next step is a game changer. So, there you have it. The 3 essential steps to creating a financial plan that can truly transform your life in the next 5 years. You've got the blueprint, but the real question is, will you use it? Remember, knowledge is only powerful when you put it into action. So take that first step, set those goals, create that budget, and start investing in your future. And if you're ready to take your financial journey to the next level and learn how to make your money work even harder for you, be sure to check out my next video on the best passive income ideas for 2025. We're talking about strategies to generate income without actively trading your time for money. It's all about building wealth while you sleep. Just click on the end screen now to watch it next, and I'll see you there. Remember, your future self is counting on you to make smart choices today. Let's build that brighter future together.